All right, we'll be starting here in just a moment.
All right, you guys ready? All right, welcome to Light Park. A lot has been going in. We've been literally physically building an awesome event here for our local community and also our guests coming in from all over the state and all over the Midwest and world to come in and showcase this thing called the NFL Draft coming up in a few days. So we've been counting down the days until the NFL Draft, but our team that we put together to put on these awesome events, the draft kickoff event on Wednesday, April 23rd, and also the 8th round downtown on April 26th. Our team's been counting down the days till tomorrow, so our countdown is one more day. You see there's a lot of cool stuff happening right now as we speak. The main stage is going up, the final touches on the tents and the layout and all the neat things that people are going to see when they come down here tomorrow night are happening as we speak. So we're literally building the event as we speak, which is pretty cool. I'm James Anderson. I'm from the Parks Department at the City of Green Bay, and we have a great team from On Broadway, and also our Allie Tutt over here, and Brian Johnson, who you hear from a little bit. We also have Tom Johnson, who helped with all the musical acts on this awesome main stage that's gonna really be cool, with a video board in the back, and it's just gonna be a really neat night in Green Bay tomorrow night to kick things off. So, speaking of building, we're building not only the park here, we're building the event, but we're also building a feeling here in Green Bay where people can come and live, work, and also play, of course. And play is a big component. We're going to be talking a lot about how integral play and leisure activities are. And we have some great people here that helped us make this happen and provide that component to the kids zone here today. So you hear from them in a little bit, but prior to that, the guy that's really building Green Bay into something where people want to come in and enjoy, guests from all over, and also come in and hopefully say, hey, this is a pretty nice place to live and work and play. He's your mayor, Mayor Ginrich.
Well, thanks so much, James, for the introduction. James was talking about the team that's been really pivotal in pulling this event in particular together, but a ton of credit to James himself, who spent a lot of time and effort, a good chunk of that time with just one arm in the sling, and now he's back to full strength, so we're excited to see that. But truly thanks to James, to Allie, to Tom, who's kind of been the core team with this event in particular. The whole On Broadway team, though, has been really instrumental to making this a really constructive partnership between the City of Green Bay and OBI. We're really excited. We've been talking about this for a little while, and it's really fun to just be on the eve of our draft kickoff here at Light Park. Also want to thank Burke. An important element of what we're trying to do here is to create a really family-friendly event, obviously with the fireworks provided by Festival Foods, a lot of kids-friendly activities. The Kids Zone is going to be a really nice element of that, so thanks to them for being willing to step up and build this playground for us. So we're thrilled about how everything has come together. Knock on wood, but I think we're going to have some nice weather tomorrow as well. And so just encouraging people, of course, who are visiting the community to come on down and enjoy the music and the festivities. But as importantly, this is an event for Green Bay. This is an event for our residents, for our citizens. We really want people coming down here and having a good time. Of course, checking out the draft event itself once that gets underway, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. but we're thrilled about what we're putting together here for tomorrow night, as well as what'll round things out on Saturday as well. So again, thanks to everyone who's played a role in making this a really special event. So many cooks in this kitchen, and I think we're going to be able to offer something that's pretty attractive to everybody who's going to be experiencing things here in Green Bay. So with that, I'm going to kick things back to James and get to the rest of the roster here. But again, thanks to everyone. Come on down, have a good time, and enjoy everything. Back to James.
Thanks, Mayor. Yeah, the mayor talked about the team that helped put this together, and there's been a lot of different entities. Not only we have our sponsors like WPS Foundation, who really helped us be the title sponsor for the draft kickoff event, but so many different sponsors and people that came in and really embraced what we were doing here down at Light and in our city to kind of, like I said, welcome everybody and just really showcase what Green Bay has to offer. Like Brian said yesterday, only 2.8 miles from Lambeau. Come down here, a direct route with the transit system. Come on and enjoy down here at Light Park. But we are really excited because it is a collaboration. One of the entities that really stepped up and is integral in not only, so this is part of a Touchdown Downtown group, downtown Green Bay and on Broadway. There's a series of events. If you go to touchdowndowntown.com, you'll see a series of events throughout kind of the draft time outside of actual, the draft at Green Bay. There's other things being offered all throughout downtown. But the group that really came together to formulate the Draft City Music Fest on Wednesday and Saturday was On Broadway and the city. And I can't give enough respect to On Broadway for what they did to help bring this together. And the executive director of On Broadway, you'll hear from in a second here, is Brian Johnson.
Hey folks, Brian Johnson with On Broadway. I want to commend everybody back here, of course, but at the heart of this, there's a couple of themes that we've heard as we've gone through this week, and that's community and collaboration. And there's been a tremendous amount of collaboration, but really thinking about our community as we go through this process. I want to give the mayor credit because he, when we were looking at what we want to do for this week, I know he talked to a number of the mayors in other draft cities. I know I personally talked to downtown directors in other cities, and they all had the same message, and that is, the draft is going to happen, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be great, but if you want your whole community to benefit, you have to have ways to attract people to your downtown area. And that's what this is about. And so we our organization initially was really committed to promoting our businesses, and we're of course still doing that. And Mary from our team has done a great job with pulling all those assets together, and that information at touchdowndowntown.com. We're going to keep saying that like a commercial. But it was the mayor's idea to say, hey, what about a music festival that stretches us a little bit? We do this all the time throughout the summer, but the budget that comes along with an event during the draft can be elevated and can allow you to do things a little bit differently because there's a different level of interest amongst the sponsors in your community. And so that's what we have Wednesday and Saturday. We intentionally chose the shoulder dates of the draft because we're not trying to compete with the draft, but more importantly, it's recognizing that you need a great way to kick off the draft and to get your community in a frame of mind to really celebrate what's about to happen. It's often said that this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we sincerely hope that's not the case. We want this to be something we can bring back again and again into the future. And so we feel if we can curate a really good visitor experience to downtown by kicking off on Wednesday night with a great concert series with kid-friendly activities, the business experiences that you see down here, and then really celebrating at the end with something very comparable. We know that we're going to curate a visitor experience when the people come here and say, Green Bay was unexpected. And it's a great place to live, and we all know that, but we also want people to walk away saying it's a great place to visit. And again, you've seen all the details, touchdowndowntown.com. You've seen the details, the music lineup, but we are bringing out national headliners like De La Soul, who really doesn't tour, right? And so to bring them back together for this opportunity, who really inspired a lot of the artists in the 90s, that it continues to trickle on to today. A lot of local and regional acts that will also be taking the stage on Wednesday night. We have fireworks sponsored by Festival Foods that will occur at 8:30. So you're really trying to create something, as the mayor said, that's meant for families and the people who live here every single day. On Saturday, Less Than Jake, an incredible ska band, right, that was very popular in the 90s. Jizza, who is one of the founding members of Wu-Tang Clan, is going to be here with his new band. And so some really remarkable musicians that we don't get to experience every day, but the draft is going to allow us to elevate that experience. And so we're really excited to bring those folks in. This festival, though, is more than just about what's happening during the draft. How do we leave a lasting impact when it's done? And I want you to take a look at some of the things around us, which I know we have some folks who are going to talk about. But the playground, you have the container bar. As many of you know, for 20 years, it's been part of the city's master plan to put a stage and a pavilion in this park. The city owns the park from those bollards in this direction. We lease the end to the north here. And so we really focused on creating a master plan that's already been through Common Council that On Broadway's partnered with on the city. It is part of a capital campaign plan, and that is going to start some site work this year. And we're going to construct the pavilion, and the stage will come when the rest of that funding is raised. But this event, any proceeds generated from this event are going to go directly into that campaign. So when we talk about lasting impact, it's how do you take this one-time experience with the NFL draft, reinvest it back into our community, not only through the stage and pavilion that will eventually occupy the site where you are standing today, but taking a look at this container bar, right? This is something cool that will stay out here all summer long that allows us to create vibrant spaces. And when we do the 11 Amp Green Bay Music Series, when we do the 4th of July, when we do Ignite markets that are all in this park, we'll be able to take advantage of that and how we create this really cool space where people can utilize it. That'll have a long-term use even after the stage and pavilion are in. Might go out to the shipyard, could go elsewhere, could stay here, we don't know yet. But it's about permanent investments that come back into our community, and it's the NFL draft that is catalyzing those type of investments. So it's not just a one-and-done event, and that we continue to see that come back into our community over and over again for our residents to enjoy into the future. So I really do want to thank Tom Johnson again, who booked the music, did a great job. I joked yesterday, I don't dress cool enough to be able to do that, and I think the running joke now is how many vests do I actually have in my closet, because I have to wear a different one every day now. But Tom has done a great job with bringing in some incredible bands, and then I want to recognize Allie Tutt, who's really the workhorse behind On Broadway and a lot of the events that we do, and she's really stepped up to the plate and done a phenomenal job with what's going on here. And Mary Rohde, who has done a remarkable job with the marketing and getting all you folks together to really help tell this story. So I want to thank again all those involved. You've all had a part and a role to play here, and from there I think I turn it back over to James.
Well, thanks, Brian. I do want to talk briefly here, as I can, about just all the cool stuff that we have going on tomorrow night. So we're going to bring Mike from Burke up here in a second, but the Kids Zone is kind of the hub of a lot of the really neat activities going on tomorrow night. So we have a TDS Glow Zone. We'll be handing out fiber glow wands and doing all sorts of glow-related activities. We're going to have Mischief and Magic doing magic and balloon animals and face painting and all those type of things. But we're also going to have activities within the Kids Zone that are really going to help capture what this event is all about, and that's glow-in-the-dark tattoos. As you can see, the theme tomorrow is kind of glow, and with fireworks and glow things, we're really going to light it up here at Light. So a lot of different things going on. A lot of we have Jabasso actually with they're going to set up a whole skateboard thing on the street, and you can go and learn how to skateboard or participate or watch demos for skateboarding. Alternative zone right out on the road here, because we're closing down the bridge tomorrow, and so everybody can really enjoy and be safe and kind of capture this whole entire event space. When you come in, you're going to experience food vendors, and you're going to experience merchandise vendors, things that you can hopefully support those people and their businesses, but also come down and grab one of our 8th round downtown beers. All proceeds, like Brian said, go right back into the park, which is a great, or grab an Aim High water that has been donated from Aim High to, help support the park as well. So lots of different things going on at the park, lots of different activities, some very fun surprises, which I'll leave for the end. But in the meantime, I also wanted to make sure that I would be remiss here if I didn't thank every group kind of has a team, right, that comes together, and then there's you get the bigger team and different collaborators. Ann Miller over here for our team has been awesome. Alex Lamer, they're like the Allie and Mary, I guess, of the On Broadway team. We all have these different teams, and like we joke around, like Ann's like bringing me tape still, and she's bringing me all this stuff. Like this stuff doesn't happen just with one person doing everything. So really appreciate theirs. And then also our guys that are probably still setting up things and moving things with forklifts and all that stuff. But our park shop guys are probably honestly like the best worker. I mean, everything that we've sent to them, everything we said, can you help us with? They are just they're on it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but we also have our parks to open up for the summer, and we have our other summer programs that are coming up shortly. So just a lot of things happening, and they have said yes to everything for this. And this was also the unique experience that I had with Burke here and Lee Recreation is, when we decided that we were going to do this, and we're like, let's create something a little more special than maybe normal. I mean, we do a lot of cool things, but we're like, how do we make this something that, like they said, people will remember and also can have a lasting impact, not only for the park, but for Green Bay. And so I called up Megan and Jen at Burke, and I said, hey, what about this idea? And the resounding answer right away was, yes, let me see how we can make this happen. I will get back to you right away. And within a week at a conference, I'm sitting on this little apparatus furry playground thing with Megan here, and we were just talking about how we can make this just such a unique experience. So their team is awesome down there. They are a Wisconsin-based company. Burke is out of Fond du Lac, and Lee Recreation is also partnering in Wisconsin and Michigan, Upper Peninsula. They are just great at what they do, and it shows within the playgrounds and the things they do in their communities. And I like them even more because I always think like parks we bring the fun, we bring the play. And these guys, that's why they're such great partners, because when you talk to them, that's what they do too. And they understand leisure, they get it, they know how vital it is for communities and schools and parks. And so without further ado, Mike Phelan, President and CEO of BCI Burke. Thank you so much.
We couldn't be more excited to help and participate in this great event and sponsor the Draft City Music Festival and all the excitement that goes around the NFL draft. But as was eloquently stated before, one of the things we always get to say and we get to do on a daily basis is have a positive impact on kids, families, and communities with the types of projects that we get to do. And it's even more special when we get to do one that's close to home and part of an event like this. So, and also that was stated, this truly it takes a huge collaboration of a lot of people, and I just get to be on the microphone today, but overall the team's been doing a lot of work to make an event like this happen. Again, one of the things that is key to our mission is having that impact on kids, families, and communities, and creating the types of environments where kids and their parents, caregivers can play and interact together. And this really hits it out of the park, I think. So I encourage you to come down to Lake Park and have a great time and play on some of these cool features. So thank you for letting us be a part of that, and we hope everybody has a great event. So James, we'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, thanks again. And somebody queued up the train, so that's when my time is up. So I gotta wrap this up. But I did want to, we'll have some surprises here starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow. That's when the first act, the Chocolatiers, kick off tomorrow. And then throughout the evening, you saw the lineup, you saw the fireworks, you saw the cool stuff going on. And we're gonna have some other surprises throughout the night tomorrow night as well, and also 8th round downtown on Saturday. But I did want to reveal one local, fun, cool surprise because the draft is coming up, and we get the mayor actually really, when we first started talking about this, I was really happy to hear that he was really also focused not only on our guests, which we want to showcase Green Bay to all our guests that are coming for the draft, but he also wanted to embrace and celebrate our local community and everything that they do on a day-to-day basis to make Green Bay great. So we're really proud. Our local hometown hero, number 24, Carrington Valentine, will be down here tomorrow night from 5:30 to 7:30, and he'll be doing some activities in the kids zone and signing autographs and doing some things with the kids. And we're hoping to get him on stage to announce one of the bands and have some fun with that. So a lot of fun stuff happening. The Packer band is coming up, and they're going to be up on the top of the Container Bar doing a 10 or 20 minute show in between some of the bands, and just a lot of cool things happening. We got the VIP upgrade that people can still purchase. Scan the QR code, And you can go up to the blue stage to the left of the main stage and have your own area and bar service and restrooms and those type of things. And of course, overall, just maybe start the countdown for 4 o'clock tomorrow when we officially open this place up. And like you said, I've been staying 70 degrees and sunny this whole entire time. And like I said, weather people and help me out here, but that's what we're looking at tomorrow. So really excited about the day. Anything I missed, guys? It's been a lot leading up to this point, so really appreciate everybody's support, and thank you.
If anyone wants individual interviews, we can do that.